cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007 is your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but it's ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America, everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this, or better still.
Is bad breath distancing you from your friends? Worry no more, because NBF Gingival Gel will put a smile on your face again. It is good for bad breath, tooth decay, and gum issues. NBF Gingival Gel has antioxidant properties of vitamin C and E and soothing properties of propolis. It can also be used as a toothpaste. You can also mix it with water and gargle with it. Always remember that anytime we talk about bad breath, NBF Gingival Gel will be there to do the magic. For bulk purchase, contact Light Pharma and leading pharmaceuticals or call us on 0200-799-325 or 0267-569-764. NBF Gingival Gel, your new best friend for your mouth. This advertisement has been approved by the FDA. Is bad breath
Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya one fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pocket, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma, and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. Yare yo, yare yes. Obi benya one fi yare. Yamfa yare nso nya nipa. Sichire yare ni no. Sickness can determine the last straw of your life. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and loved ones, supporters of our foundation, the CL Foundation for Health, Diabetes and Asthma and Cerebral Palsy. We are knocking at your doors, knocking at your pocket, knocking at your emotions. Support me and my team to support people living with diabetes, asthma, and cerebral palsy. Your donations are welcome on 862-215-2007. Your Zelle 862-215-2007. MTN Ghana numbers 055-000-5077. 055-000-5077. It is the MTN number. CL Foundation for Health and Support. Help us with the diabetes equipment, glucometers, wheelchairs, old clothing, new clothing, financial support, and let's give it to the needy. Thank you for your support. This is another wonderful day, and if you care to know, we find ourselves in a new day. Today is Wednesday, and I don't know what you do. I don't know what you don't want to do, but one of the secrets in life is that whether you like it or not, today will pass. There's no activity of yours that can stop the 24 hours. There is no activity of yours that can bring to a halt the 24 hours that we are supposed to go through. For that matter, if you have the opportunity to be within the 24 hours, in a second, in a minute, in an hour, throughout the day, take advantage and do something you have not done before. My friend, who says life is not sweet? Whoever tells you life is not sweet have still not yet experienced what life is all about. This morning, I'm here to encourage you with a motivation. Yours truly, Counselor, Reverend Dr. George Carstensen Luttrot is my name. You can call me Baby Lizzie. Well, where from Baby Lizzie? It's strange. That is my first name I brought on earth. And because of that name I brought on earth, I walk like the Queen of England. I act like I am Elizabeth. If you are Elizabeth, what will your brothers be called? If the female is Elizabeth, for short, Lizzie, then when you are a man, what should you be called? Get a name for me because I want to start writing it as part of my name. My name is too short. Reverend Dr. Counselor Cyril George Carstensen Luttrot is too short. It's too short. Good morning, and what is our motivation today? And it is proudly brought to you by MSP 30 for all your menstrual disorders, hormonal imbalances, and whatever a woman needs to grow and be beautiful and nice. If your menstruation has stopped flowing, not because you are at menopause, if your menstruation is no more coming, not because you are experiencing anything, but all of a sudden it's not coming, the secret is MSP 30. MSP 30 is what I hold everywhere I go. And if you're watching me right now, this is the package. MSP 30. Order for yours now on 0277 609 644. MSP 30. MSP 30 is the H for the time we find ourselves in. And if you don't have one, buy one as a gift. This is better than a pack of food for a loved one. Well, whether they like it is an issue, because I tried to donate one to somebody and the person spoke not nice at all. So I know you have a challenge giving it to somebody and their voices and their language will not be nice. But remember, a friend in need is a friend indeed, or a friend indeed is a friend in need. This statement will have a lot of explanation later. But MSP 30 is the center of all conversations for us this morning. I encourage you to get one. Call me right now on 0277 609 644. The train can stop in your church for the menstrual clinic, especially with the women fellowship and the women in the church. For the menstrual class, we teach both men and women, so you understand what menstruation is. MSP 30, MSP 30, MSP 30 is the drug for the time. Order yours now, 0277 609 644. That is our MSP 30. Ladies and gentlemen, also brought to you by Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. Makpe Ginger Honey Chips. Makbe ginger honey chips is the best of the best. Order yours right now in any state in America. 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. Makbe ginger honey chips. Makbe ginger honey chips. And if you are in Ghana, it's 0277-609-644. 0277-609-644. Makbe ginger honey chips. As I leave you, I want you to know that building your testosterone as a man is very, very important. But when it comes to the testosterone burning, most of us, we lose it because we have more muscles. We are building muscles. So all you need is to have your Tonga Tali capsules. 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 0277-609-644. 0277-609-644. If you have a toothache and you cannot chew Makbe ginger chips, all you need is the NBF new best friend. It's called Gingervel toothpaste. You can gargle it. You can do whatever you want to do, just as any of the paste you are using. But this is magical. It will change your story. You will smile and you will feel better than you are feeling. All these sponsors are on the bill, bringing to you this morning our motivation for the day. And what is the motivation? The motivation today for the day is that if you want to live long in marriage, or you want to build a lasting relationship that will bring you profit at the end of the day, spend money to buy a shredder instead of a paper bean. My motivation this morning is that if you want to stay happy in relationship, excited in relationship, if you want to have value for your love life, make sure that in purchasing a product that can keep your secrecy, don't purchase a bean basket. Rather, purchase a shredder. What is the difference between a shredder and a bean basket? A bean basket is like a refuse basket, but it is used in the office area. That when you use any paper that you feel cannot be used again, any document that you feel cannot be used again, all you do is to tear it into pieces and drop it in the bin, so that the security man or the cleaner or whoever is in charge will carry it from your office and drop it into the main bin. Majority of us have got our troubles and our challenges as a result of our bin being cleared. Now, in the act of relationship, one top thing that everybody needs to run is secrecy. Samson lost who he was to a lovely, beautiful, evergreen Delilah because the secret of Samson, which connected Delilah to her, was unraveled. In life, I tell people every day that if you are able to discover why your partner loves you, it ends the road of love in your relationship. It is better to live in suspense, not knowing why George Lutrot loves me. It's better for you to keep wondering, why at all does he love me? And you can ask, why do you love me? But let me tell you this, anytime your wife or a loved one asks you, why do you love me? Don't share with them. Because the secret to living long in better relationship is to hold on to secrecy. The secret to become the best person and the lovable boy is to hold on to secrecy. What keeps you going should not be shared. What makes you who you are should not be shared. If you don't know how to hold on to secrecy and you run a life of a bean basket, you will not live long. Samson lived a short life. Later did Delilah also know that if she knew that knowing the secret of something will cause her to be a dead body, she could have not done that. There are times that we think we are harming the person who we are in love with because we feel hurt, because we feel rejected, because we feel they are not transparent enough with us, because our feeling is that if really they care about us, they will share everything with us, because love is caring and sharing. Yesterday, somebody said on my page that for relationship to thrive the test of time, you need to learn to be transparent in money, in communication, and in everything that you do. Your wife must know where you are in every second. Your wife must know what you are doing every second. And I didn't respond. I only smiled. If you want relationship to go on, learn to hold on to secrecy. If you know the secret to the man leading you, you lose respect for him. Husbands are leaders. Men are leaders. They are leading you to a place that you have decided to join them to. Whether they are potholes, they are roadblocks, your own is to sit in the car and cruise. In your cruising, an encouragement will do. Applauding them will do. The guy has an adage, and it goes like, I don't know how to translate it literally. If you carry a fool a load, or if you give a load to a fool to carry, what can keep the carrying of the load in the state of equilibrium is to give the foolish man or a foolish person a guy name and keep on giving him the appellation. Oh, George, my doctor, my counselor, one and only, then as foolish as I am, I will carry the load because I am being strengthened with your appellation. I am being strengthened with your repetition of my title. I am being strengthened with the words of encouragement in the form of appellation. This is why every king or every leader needs people to introduce them with appellation. You need it. Don't stop it. I mean, these appellations are very important. He makes leadership solid. It makes leadership grow. It makes leadership find itself in the right position. So if you find yourself with a leader who can share with you everything about himself, his leadership qualities are questionable. So my motivation this morning is, if you want to enjoy relationship to the last point, where you can beat your chest and say, I love her because she is too good, learn not to tell her the secret of your leadership. And that is why you need to buy a shredder and not a bean basket. So what is a shredder? A shredder is that equipment that is able to grate or grind papers or documents into a powdered form where the document cannot be rejoined. So that is what we call a shredder. It shreds the paper to the extent that when you pick them, you cannot find it easy to be able to mix them up, as compared to tearing the papers in the office and dropping it in the bin. Secrecy can only be kept when the document or the secret of life is shredded, not kept in a bin basket. If you are motivated with this language, then let your 24 hours be fruitful enough. Use the shredder in your shredder as you go through the day, every moment of your life. Don't become a bean basket, because it will not help your relationship. God bless you and cherish you. Good morning. I saw a video yesterday that I was partially excited and evocally disappointed. What was this video? I don't have it here to play, but I saw a video of medical telling the fans and followers to stop the insult on Miss G and allow Miss G to work. And for that matter, she's doing her work, and whatever she's doing, they should not do things that will stop her from doing her work. I'm paraphrasing what she said. But I remember Saturday, those of you who were watching me directly on Power FM, I insisted that Shatta Wale and Medical, the two of them are foolish boys. And Shatta Wale is my son. He is not bigger than Despite and can never be bigger than Despite. Shatta Wale can never be bigger than Father Dixon. Shatta Wale can never be bigger in any capacity. No matter how much he has on earth, he can never be bigger than any of them. A man who is at 60, the first time Despite spoke was when he was 60 years. And that's when we heard his voice. A man who has led a lot of record labels. A man whose tithe can build a church. Let me hear this from you again, Shatta Wale. You need to find a proper atmosphere to apologize. Not to Miss G. Apologize to Father Dixon and Kwame Despite, Doctor, and all the staff of UTV that you insulted, including that boy, Medical. You have not hit the age of the cleaner in the office of Father Dixon. The cleaner in Father Dixon's office is older than you. And it's a deep statement I'm making. So if you feel remorseful and common sense have come to visit you, and you've realized that by the evolution of your family members, that you are the champion among them, that you've not been able to make anybody rich except yourself in your family, and you have that opportunity right now to have common sense, to take a camera to apologize. Come straight with apology. Medical, come straight with apology, so that you do the needful. Apologize to UTV, and if better still, your mother, your father, your aunties, your cousins, those you listening to are still around. They should find a way to lead you to the office of Father Dixon on camera to go and apologize. This world we are living in. Ask yourself. Kwame Eugene one time told me something. He said, "Da, I said, then Misru said, Sana se si amenya sike, met me this sike yani." You hear what a small boy said? I met one rich man in this country. He's just 39 years. He told me, sir, one of the things he hears most right now, that he's living on a 10-acre land. I met him. He said he cannot sleep in a house that he owns and it's not on more than 4 acres. That's what he said. But he's afraid that now that he's not going to hit 40, can he maintain what he's doing now with his life? Because the small change that occurred, the small paradigm shift of the economic and the headcount issue that came up, made him find out that from and Tihoda. Medical. When did you become a medical? When did the Sodom like a Jessica attitude left you? Medical. When did you learn to spread money? Medical. When did you learn to open a bundle of money and tear the paper out of it? Father Dixon, Dr. Father Dixon, Dr. Osei Kwame Despite, and the brother, and the rest of them, you are not close to them. You are as small as their gate boys. If they were having drivers, you are like their drivers. Look at men at 60, they drive themselves. Hear me, boy. Hey, Kalu, Medical, Kalu no gboburu agbele. Konye, koche tashe, achebo na obunga. So I saw the video and I said I will address it this morning. Medical, if you want to say sorry, say it. Be bold
I'm nice. You just arrived. And I'm just preparing to call Shatta Wale. That there should be a convoy marching to the office of Father Dixon to go and say sorry in your euphoria, in your act of excitement. If you feel the O2 Arena, so what? That's nonsense. And so, who brought your marriage issues out? The question Ms. G asked, don't you know that it's a production? Was she running the program by herself? And she asked a question, you have the guts to report and insult everybody at UTV. What's the meaning of that? And you have the opportunity, because you've listened to wisdom from me, and you want to apologize. Why did you hesitate? My brother, you are not even my brother, you are my boy. We are Kola, Unye, Medica, Unye. So, do me if you are my doom, and I'm in your channel. Na suni ban tan where are we? Medica, Usha, who made me a call? Apologize. That's what Niyama Mensa, Shatta Wale. Here, I'll deal with him. I'm dealing with you individually. Shatta Wale, I've not seen him attempting apologizing, but you have seen the video. And that's what Shatta, he will do it. Don't think that spreading the money cleans your nonsense. No. 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 I don't know how many of you have seen the video. But Medica, learn to apologize. And for the rest of you, who for the sake of content, you are following Medica and his stupidity and stupor, his foolishness, his arrogance and stupidity. You're also doing a video insulting Miss G, Father Dixon, and Dr. Sekwame Despite. Be careful, because it's better for you to wish this boy longevity of life, as he gives honor to those who have led the way for him to be where he is. I am in control. I am in charge. I'm speaking not as if somebody who is angry. I'm putting it right where it's supposed to be. Because if you don't put it there, it will fall off. And when it falls off, it will be difficult for us to gather the pieces. A word to a wise is enough. Medical mommy. Medical mommy. Medical mommy. Asamba de bia. Ebe si opnoso. Minim pa sana. When you come medical home, sana come pa eboma medical. The way enye. Enyo friend na ka kire waba. Mani bre fie. Onya ne ho se utuka ba di fie. Mani bre fie. Na ka kire se. Meba. The way ye na enye. Yempe kwan na me ndi wanim. Yempe mpanyifo. Me enko pa Father Dixon mo chew. Enye so mo no to ma wudi. Nanso watia baby a ense wutia. Anya ni nyina na emresa. Enkrafo ne si, mane oke money tele nuekwe. Wo oke money pele te na ba pe. Ni ko oke money pele te na pe. O ba la ke shia fe shia, ashawe ye jen, aye ye jen, julo ye jen. Wo mo ko ne nya joy akaka, na ekwa ese. Che obile fre ubano na ne no kopacho. Charles Nema Mensa the onye na you so opacho. It is not the order of the day. Shatta Wale will apologize. But until these two people, Masa, get out. I don't know if I'm the one you're addressing. Is it me I say I should get out? Is it me? Are you addressing me, or you are telling them to? There is no sense on what you are saying. Okay, so I'm the one you're addressing. Congratulations. What is his name? Danny is your name. Let me go and see his status. Okay. I want to give respect to you because you don't have a picture. See, I'm respecting you because you are not qualified to have my voice. It's too expensive. And I wanted to see whether you are a human being or an animal. And that is where I just saw that you have 57 followers. Only one person is following you. And because you are not handsome, you are using Asantehini's picture to cover. You know what I want to do for you? Immediately I'm following you. I followed you to have 2 people. Go and check. Your numbers have gone up to 2. Are you a hustler? I beg you, because you don't respect, can you delete the picture of Asantehini immediately? Use your normal cartoon face. You have not made my day. I have regretted for the woman who gave birth to such a thing. Oh. You are still right. If you are a man, change your picture right now, because you are degrading Asantehini. You are really degrading Asantehini. Asantehini is an astute person, not in personality, but because of the stool. And for your sake, we will not allow this to go on. My friend, I have followed you. And as I follow you, I'm following you for a reason. Because I feel sad that someone like you, with Asantehini's picture, you have only 57 people and you are followed by 1 person. Now you are following by 2 people because I've joined you. And the name following you is too heavy. Actually, the way you've written your name, it's like that near, that near, that knee. You are afraid to write down, because if you write down, you'll not be recognized. My brother, Shatta Wale and Medical, the fact that you think they are horseless doesn't give them the right to insult people who are ahead of them. I don't want to use any bad word on you, because your DP is Asantehini, and I revere the stool so much, saying that I will not be able to say anything like that. I am too old. Maybe as we are speaking, the number of people that are following you is as a result of what is happening. But it's like power and points. I have the power. Keep the points. And so I just took you off. You can be watching us, because you need to follow somebody who has above 3,000 followers. My brother, you can't even be my brother. Gate man. No, you can't even be my gate. When you open, you use my name to do things. Yeah, why did I follow you? I'm going to unfollow you right now. Oh, no, it's a wrong thing to do. People, do you think I should unfollow him? I followed him because he has Asantehini's picture. You see how social media has become so cheap that such a thing can use the picture of the Asantehini on his tube. Unfollow him, daddy. Unfollow him. I'm going to unfollow him now. I'm going to unfollow him. He's sad. He will have only 1 person following him. Oh, don't you people feel care for him? He is using that image just to disgrace. Try to block him. Oh, I didn't block him. I muted him. So when he went to Kenya, the discussion we are going to have, he might come and learn a lot. So I want him to learn. So he's watching and learning, because he will grow to be a bad husband and a disrespectful father, whose children will behave like Shatta Wale and Medical. And because they are feeding him because he's poor, he won't tell them what he did is wrong. Shatta Wale is my guy. I brought him on my TikTok. You are here. So it's not anything. As for Medical, it's my boy. in his riches, he's still owing me. And he will owe me forever because I will allow him to pay. I'll talk to them. But I saw his video saying we should leave Miss G. They shouldn't blast Miss G again. No, he has to come and say sorry. And he can't say sorry. Arrogance is not a good thing. A man was created with ego. But when you go and steal pride, it makes you become an animal like Nebuchadnezzar. Don't eat grass. God created you to eat food. On this note, I want to say thank you for all of you who can go to the inbox of Medical Kwame Kojo Kwabena Frimpong and let him come back to apologize. And let's form a good team to go and apologize on their behalf. Because without a music career, who is Medical? He's nobody. Without a music career, who is Shatta Wale? He's nobody. Shatta Wale can have $2 million in his account for Shadzi, for whatever, but he got them because we hail him as a musician. And we can't hide the truth. Your money cannot change your age. No way. Your money cannot change your age. So the fathers and the mothers of these boys should encourage them to come back and apologize. May I rest my case here and continue with our discussion. How to support a husband as a wife and not a woman. Somebody has made a request. Let me see if we can pick. Oh, people. Danny has gotten the gas to make a request. Maybe he's come to apologize to me. So let me plead with all of you, please. Let me ask them, should I pick Danny? He's made the request. Should I pick him? We've muted him, but he has come to make a request. Do you think I should pick him? Don't accept him. Okay. Thank you very much. Danny, everybody say we should. Massa, when you are coming to the state, when are you coming to the state? We miss you. I'm coming soon. Yes. Lisa say, should I pick him? Lisa say yes. No. So pick him. Let him expose himself. Okay, that's somebody's thought. Should I pick him? Who again? We'll see the one that we need. Right now, somebody wants us to pick him to expose himself. But no matter what it is, let's punish him by not bringing him on our Extude platform. Lisa, how are you doing, my dear? I hope you're well. Girl, take good care of yourself because you have a very bright future in every area of your life. Lisa, our discussion today, I would like to hear your voice. Let's focus on our topic today because today we don't have enough time. We only have 2 hours to spare today as compared to the other days. Those of you on Facebook, Asmini Benjamin, thank you for coming. Ellie Klim, thank you for being here. Akosia Edu, thank you for your submission. The topic today is how to support, how to be a supportive wife and not a woman. Yesterday, we never finished and we won't finish this topic because out of this topic, books are going to come out. My driver is writing one page or writing a topic in the book. Abner is writing a topic in the book. Honorable Yao Frank will also write a topic in the book. And we are looking forward to those who can give topics. And I'll combine their write-up. As a matter of fact, I want somebody who can write clean with their pen. You know, some people can write neat hands like that. If your handwriting is neat, I will publish it in your handwriting. No editing, baby. This book must be written. How to be a supportive wife and not a mother. We'll write that book. But this morning, my topic is, how do you support your husband as a wife and not a woman? Yesterday in our discussion, most of the people that came up were of the view that to support a partner, you are better off supporting your partner when they make a request than you supporting them whilst they have not requested. My driver made a very salient point that you enjoy when they've not asked you and then all of a sudden you are given the support. I remember Icing came and brought a different dimension. And in his submission, he made it clear to us that You might give a support to somebody that what you think you are giving them, they don't need it. What they need, you don't know. I also came back to say that most of us, thank you very much, Sandra, on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Benjamin was saying I should accept him and hear what he has. Benjamin, he has lost his rights. Cindy, thank you so much, Cindy, for coming. Thank you, Agnes Nyako. Please hit your screens. Let's do justice. I didn't know why we're 100, and all of a sudden we just dropped to 79. Can we increase? Okay, the controversy will give you, but this is knowledge we want to build. Very important lecture, and our lectures are live on YouTube. They are live on YouTube forever, and will always be there because we want you to learn something. Continuing. So yesterday, in our conversation and deliberation, we even had a sister who came here to share with us. Afia came to share with us that the mother-in-law came to visit the son-in-law without their notice. But in that particular visit that she came with a need. And by then, their financial status was down. The husband was not standing well financially. So they needed to support the mother-in-law. And she came out voluntarily, gave the husband some cash to wipe away the shame and disgrace. But in her mind, she was giving so that the mother-in-law will not come and say that she has chopped the money of the son, and now the man doesn't have money again. So the presentation was clear, but the motive was made known to us. But she learned after the show that, well, then what she did was not right, because if I was broke for a longer time and I needed money to fix my water tank, to fix the car, I'm in the house with you, my car is not coming home, and you see that I'm struggling with Uber, my car is faulty, and it's because I don't have money. And you have money. When my mother came, you gave me money to give to my mother. It sounded well. But somebody asked a question later. Is it wrong for your mother to know you are broke? Is it wrong for me, my mother, to know that I am broke? And that was one of the issues that I was having with people who want to cover up. They shouldn't know I don't have money now. Was it wrong? I don't have, my mother should go back. Why should that affect you? So how do you support? Now, we also learned yesterday that all the conversation we had was support with money, support with money. I want us to further the conversation. The support in marriage that women give. Is it just about money? Now, when it comes to support, in what other areas can a wife be of support? And my conversation is, be a wife to support and not a woman. There is a difference between supporting a man and supporting a husband. It's likely that there are women today who are married, but unfortunately, they are still acting as women instead of concluding the matter as wives. And I pray that I will be able to lead you to that lecture, because there's a difference between a wife and a woman. A woman is the one that we go and find to marry. And when you marry a woman, then she becomes a wife. And in the role of a wife, there are things that a wife can do that a woman cannot do. So say, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So I made a post Sunday that if you marry poor, it's wrong. But if you stay poor after 5 years in marriage, check your wife. Hey, are you going to read that post? My God. My driver one day said, hey, are you still alive? I said, why? He says, the things people are saying about you, you should be alive. The things people are saying about you, you should not be alive. The insults, the curses, all the things. But later, others came back to understand that, hey, what the guy is saying, makes a lot of sense. And I want to repeat it here. If you are a man and you get married as a poor man, any woman that will agree to marry you as a poor man, thanks to the woman, because I will say it and say again, never marry a poor man. Don't marry vision. Never marry a poor man. Who is a poor man in my definition? A man who cannot take care of himself. 3 square meals plus snack, cannot provide shelter. He's forcing to come and live with you at where you are so that we pay the rent. No, that man is not qualified to marry. He's qualified to look for work. So I will not agree. But if by mistake you didn't listen to me and you have allowed a man who is poor to marry you, that man cannot be poor after 5 years. If the guy is still struggling after 5 years, he should check you. And the word check here, check, check, check. Because a woman in the life of a man should be able to put pressure on him to change his financial status. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Under no circumstance should a guy marry you and he should still be wallowing in poverty. Force him. Let him have sleepless nights. Let there be a demand on him. Let him realize that there is something he needs to fix in respect and in humility. Remember, supporting a husband is different from supporting a man. So a wife is a woman who has been married by a man, paid your bride price, and made you a wife. If you are supporting a husband in the category of a wife, the system is different. And before I bring in my driver, I want to say this to you. There are 3 categories of wives by law in Ghana. We have the Mohammedan wife, we have the customary wife, and we have the civil wife. Now hear me. The civil wife support pays earlier in the marriage line. The customary wife support doesn't pay early. It pays through subjection under customary practice, which is the interstate successional law. So if there's anything that you are getting in case the marriage collapse or in case the death of your spouse under traditional marriage, it is not chempe. It is at the discretion of Officer Penny and under the PNC law 111. Now, the civil one is chempe 50-50. Whether you contribute or you don't contribute. So there are 3 kinds of marriages in Ghana. And in the States, it's just one kind. They just have the civil marriage and nothing else. And in their own, everything you get is mine. Whatever I have is yours. Whether your name is on it or is with your name. So at the end of the day, mind you, the type of marriage you find yourself in will give us that clearance and that particular motivation to do what we are supposed to do well. So you are married as a wife by virtue of any of these things I'm talking about. So are you a wife or a woman? You can be in marriage instead of being a wife. And I'm saying that the way you react to supporting a husband will tell us whether you are a wife or you are a woman. This is where I want to bring in my driver as a woman or as a wife. Good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Please, are you a woman or a wife? Or you are both?
I'm both.
You are both. Thank you. So ever since your husband found you, can you testify that there's a change in his life?
Yes.
Is it a change that in its evidential nature, we will praise you for the change, or we will regret the change that has occurred in the life of the one?
You praise me more for the change.
You are married.
Yes.
Are you taking care of your husband or you are serving him?
Both.
Why both? Explain to
I'm
us.
serving him as a wife because there are certain demands that needs my service, and then I'm taking care of him in every aspect. I'm taking care of his food, his clothing, his health. I even prepare traditional medicine for him.
Is it concoction for him to lose his mind and give you his property, or something that you are bringing him back to life? Is it for his male organs? Say one quotidian do now one use another.
My husband is very hardworking, so he's always on the road.
Oh, okay.
So the concussion is to keep him going, so that he doesn't break down.
Okay.
And this concussion is really helpful.
Okay.
So I'm taking good care of him.
Okay.
Yes.
And everyone will testify that ever since you married him, there's something different.
There's a lot of difference.
Okay. So now let me get this, and that's what we're talking about. And these things are support.
Yeah.
Is it a support you think you are rendering to him?
Yes.
Now, so let me say this to you. In you cooking concoction for him, it's not scare. That's a mistake. You cannot take care of your husband. No way. Anytime you see that you are taking care of your husband, that is why you lose the fiber of being a wife.
You only serve, you don't take care.
Your own is to serve. So if your husband is sick, and you know that asenti, nyamianua, kotidinding, kramaishwa, when you combine the concoction and you cook for him, he will bring him back his vitality to go on and produce from the farm for you to eat. It is part of your service. It's not taking care. Do you know those you take care of?
My children.
You take care of your children. So you see, when I find people saying that ever since, can we request? Yes, go ahead, request. I'll pick you. Ever since I got married, I was told, and I've said this thing several times, and I don't know if you were told, madam, were you told that your husband is your firstborn? So treat him like that.
Some people say that. It's a statement that is very common. They'll keep repeating it into your ears.
Can you imagine that at my age, I'm married to a lady like this? Says I am the son. Yes. Can you imagine? Yes, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
Counselor, I want to share with you.
Are you married?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So you are a husband.
Exactly.
Congratulations. Is your wife very supportive? The way you see things. Will you testify that your wife is very supportive?
She's always been there for me. As a matter of fact, she's my backbone.
Your wife is your backbone.
Exactly.
So your financial reserve is your wife.
Everything. I am who she is, and she is who I am.
So who is leading who?
Oh, she can lead me, I can lead her.
Okay. So let me help you. I like your honesty.
I want to share.
I'll give you a chance to share. But I want to assist your honesty. I like the way your wife should be happy. Let me clap for you. That you made your wife your backbone. But for you to sustain your backbone so that you don't get injured, please lead. Don't give her a chance to also lead, so that your backbone can be solid. Now share with us what you want to share with us. Who do you think is a supportive wife?
I believe there is no counselor in any marriage. I believe that is what I believe.
Go ahead.
Because in every marriage there are circumstances. Some ideas or some decisions you will take may work for you. It may not work for me. Some may work for me, may not work for you. I believe every marriage, you two can make it work. When you don't understand each other, but
Is that if you don't understand each other, what?
go your separate ways.
Depart.
Yes.
Okay.
Because as a matter of fact, there are some things I may decide in my home, they cancel me on that. But what I'll be expecting will not be happening in my home.
Okay.
You understand?
So that is why you believe that there's nothing like counselors in marriage.
Exactly.
Okay, so give me just a second. There's difference between an advisor and a counselor. So counselors are not advisors. A professional counselor, no, a professional counselor is to help you make an informed decision. So no counselor runs anybody's marriage. But counselors, I'm coming. But counselors run the individuals in marriage. So for example, when you are going through any challenge in the marriage, the challenge is not the marriage, it's you. So when you decide to take a decision to ask for help, to discover who you are, it works on you. So you discover to recover. So no matter where we stand in life, whether in marriage, in business, in death, resurrection, every area of our life, counselors are very important. They are not advisors. This is why every king and every leader needs a counselor. If you want to govern, you need counselors. And the counselors are people who are kingmakers. They don't sit on the stool, but they are kingmakers. They assist you to make an informed decision. So it is your choice. That counselors are not needed. But I want you to know the difference between advisors and counselors. So go ahead.
Can I talk now?
Go ahead.
This is marriage we're talking about. We're not talking about government or chiefs. Chiefs can be advised to make some decisions that will help.
You are still using the word advice. Advisors are not counselors.
No, you got the word advice.
No. I said that you are trying to look at a counselor like an advisor, but counselors will help you make an informed decision. You have a decision and you run it by them. They don't tell you what to do. You have something in your mind and you bring it and you run it by a counselor to assist you. They don't advise. That's the difference. Do you get it? So I hear a lot of people saying that you don't need a counselor in marriage. In life, no. You need it. Unless you are dead. I'm here to die and go and check whether there are counselors in their grave. Your network, you have to go and come and pick you again because we can't hear you clearly. Viewers, our brother must go and come back because God. This design is the design I don't really like. So I'll go back to my original design until I want to pick more people, then I'll come back. All right. So like we are saying, he just came up and he wanted to explain that, yes, okay. Counselor knows so much. I want to read. Counselor knows so much. Wow. I need to start learning. It's good. Everybody should learn. May I be your encouragement to learn? Me, my wife is more intelligent than me. I say it every day. And I encourage my children to take their mother's brain. But her brain is sharp. All right. So I was coming to you when our brother came and I picked him up. So for you, now you have learned a new thing. That whatever you are doing as a wife towards a husband, it should be service. You are serving and not caring. Because if you care for a husband, you lose it. Majority of women have lost their husbands because we're caring for them. And when they come for arbitration or any confusion with you, and Yamano, Bisano, also may breakfast man. Listen to me. If you do breakfast for me to take to work, it is not taking care of you. Are serving, and you should be happy to serve. The reason why you don't enjoy service is because you see yourself as a woman and not a wife. Wives serve, women take care. Hello. So we're talking about supporting a husband. I said, don't support your husband as a woman, but support as a wife. Are you aware that whatever support you give to your husband, it comes back to you? But whatever care you give to him, you don't get the returns. Others get the returns.
Who are the others?
Others get the returns. Because you see, Asante Hene Otikokoso made a statement in his 25th anniversary, and I've never forgotten. He said that when the pastors are praying, they should pray for those who are serving under him. Why? Because the people serving under him, regardless of their position and who they are, they said they can never see Asante Hene wearing a slippers, and they too must wear slippers. So anytime Asante Hene is in slippers, they are barefooted. Wow. Wow. Do you understand that statement? We cannot rub shoulders. In marriage, we cannot rub shoulders. There is a husband, there is a wife. So when you are supporting me, when you give me support, it is to make you glow, it is to make you bloat, it is to make you feel respected and recognized. You remember the story with this some time ago where the lady said that she's equally getting money like the husband, so she went to buy the same car and told her friends that the husband bought it for her and went to buy a house, and as the husband has refused to come. What she was doing was not sense. How many wives have given money to their husband and they have not collected more than what they give to their husband? Look, if you are a maid servant or a slave and you are able to serve your master well, you are giving clearance to eat with them on the table. Look at the slave girl. The slave girl that was able to cause healing to come to the house of Naaman. She was a slave girl that was brought from war. And she had the clearance to talk to the madam in the kitchen. How was she behaving? Your behavior, it says that for the gift of the man will open the way for him into the heart of kids. So your service to your husband, see your level of complaint, see your pitch, see the way you address it. I tell people, look, if you address your husband by his name, Kofi, Pabna, Kojo, Frank, somebody would think it's love. When it comes to your husband, don't use love, use respect. What about you? Woman. Oh, good. Somebody says woman. Okay. Somebody says the husband. Somebody says the children. Somebody says the woman. Well, it's getting balanced. So when you go to the house of married people, they are saying that it is the man. Somebody says it's the okay. Mine is all of us. Cindy. Okay. Husband and wife. Wow. Woman. So let me tell you. The next question is, if we live in a community, and honestly speaking, this is my house, and people will want to refer to me, usually, is the house referred to the man or the woman? I realize that majority of the homes I go to, the pictures of the people that are more are women. Observe. The only time you see a house that the man's picture is more is either he's the pastor, he's a celebrity, or an MP. In that vein, people bring pictures and portraits like Abeku Santene's house. The frames there he doesn't buy. Like my own. You are there, no, somebody have just gone to do a nice pencil work or gone to do a print and give to you. This is why the celebrity's house have a man's picture more. But the home where there's nothing like a celebrity or anything, it is a woman's picture that runs more in the house. So I sat down quietly and I saw that my wife's pictures are less in the house. I was getting worried. Then I asked myself why. Then I came back to myself, okay, I didn't bring this picture. Somebody painted. This was a gift. This was birthday. So that is why in my house is different. Why? Because the homemaker, the homemaker is who? Is the woman. Now watch it all. Guys will have pictures. So in my office, unfortunately, my office, I have my wife's picture there. She didn't give me. When she was moving one time from one place to other, and there was a nice picture she took, and she has not come for it for her office desk. So I put it on my office. I have another frame picture that was nice. My boys and their mother and myself. The picture has been on my table. I stopped putting it because when we took that picture, one of them, I think two of them were not in the picture. So anytime you put the picture down, when you come to my office, then you ask, but where am I? And I say, you were not born. So where is this one? So I've stopped putting it on my desk. And I've decided that we will take a big picture like that and post. What am I using picture to tell you? I'm telling you, when it comes to service and when it comes to care, never give your husband what you give to your children. So in supporting your husband, the biggest support of a lifetime for a husband is to serve him and don't complain. Serve him and don't complain. So all of them were talking about money yesterday, and I decided today I want to go into what service is. And she just made a very good. Now, so are you aware when you wash your husband's thing in service? Or you don't know? It's service. So how do you feel if your husband is living with you and you've never touched his clothing before? Every time he takes it to a laundry, how do you feel? Do you feel happy?
No.
We can't hear you.
I wasn't brought up like that. So I can't do it.
So a
Even
friend,
if there's a fight,
Mhm.
I will do the laundry. Even if you are not talking, the laundry, then I'll do it.
if you're not talking with your husband, will you still cook for him?
The cooking will be a problem
Why?
because maybe he will not eat.
Okay.
But the washing, the
So let me
do it without.
So let me encourage you to learn this one too. If you are not in talking terms with your husband, keep cooking.
What if he doesn't?
If you cook and your husband doesn't eat, what harm does it create to you as a wife?
It's painful.
What is the pain?
I put a lot of energy in.
But
my
who says
cooking.
who says that in service you don't put energy?
I don't want my energy to go with.
What do you call waste?
And you don't eat my food.
But if you cook the food and I don't eat, does the food go waste?
No.
So where is the effortlessness in cooking and saying that I won't cook because you didn't eat? That your master, you've cooked for your master, he doesn't eat, so you've taken a decision not to cook again.
I'm cooking, but not for him. I don't make any reservations for him.
So I'm saying that you are supposed to cook and make sure that the table head will have food. Because it's support. You know, the petty things that makes marriage work, we don't know it. Maybe yours is different. How many fights have you had with your husband ever since you got married? Over your 20 years of marriage. How many fights have you had?
I don't remember.
You are fortunate. You are fortunate. Those of you who are married, how many times have you had fight with your wife or husband? I am saying this on record. I've not had a fight with my wife yet. I don't know where the fight will come. I don't know where the fight will come. It doesn't feel right. I remember I was once pregnant and couldn't serve him much, and it felt bad. Wow. Felt bad for him or for yourself. Somebody said they have fought countless times. Somebody says, ha ha ha. Somebody said they fight every day. Are you hearing people's testimony? They are fighting every day. Maybe we have to. Is that your husband is not strong? Are you older than your husband?
No.
So why are you not having fight?
You understand?
Your husband doesn't like fight.
Yeah, I don't have the energy for fights.
Create a fight. Please define fight. So my driver, you should be able to tell me. You were able to answer that you don't fight. So somebody say define fight. What fight are you talking about?
But I have rather not given an example of a fight.
So they say fight, define.
Misunderstanding.
Somebody says once a while.
You shout.
Somebody says uncountable. We don't fight. We only get angry. Okay. Someone say, oh, we fight countless times. And we disagree and agree. Someone say, sometimes it's better to be quiet than to fight, just to maintain my peace of mind. Wow. The book says, I just love this man. I love it. So I'm going to lead you to a support. When we say we are supporting each other, one of the reasons why fight comes in marriages is because we have been told that the two people will fight. It's a lie. And there's a Bible scripture that I don't want to hear in marriage. How can two walk together unless they agree? It's a lie. That scripture is not for married people. How do you tell me that how can two work together unless they agree? No. No. If two people want to work together unless they disagree, and in their disagreement, there should be a leader and a follower. So if you want to avoid fights, identify a leader and identify a follower. No fight, no quarrels, no misunderstanding, no disagreement, because there is a leader and a follower. God, you trust. They will follow you. People will not follow you again. I don't think I'm teaching good. So you see, I'm saying that how to support your husband as a wife and not a woman. The problem with supporting system is that most of us think we are doing somebody a favor. I was expecting a question that never came. If you are watching me and you have constant fight with your husband, constant fight with your wife, it's because there is no leadership. You are forcing to agree to disagree. Don't force it. Thank you, Cindy. Don't force it. Never force anybody you love to follow you. Look, when people are disrespectful, when people want to give you their mind because they are women, listen to them. If they want to give you their mind because they are wife, ignore them. Should I repeat it? Women have a view. Women have a view. They are created with a lot of views in their mind. But unfortunately, when a woman becomes a wife, they have no view anymore. They have contribution. Hello. So, are you supporting a spouse? Your contribution as a follower is part of your support system. But if you are supporting as a woman, it is not a support. If you are supporting as a woman, it doesn't count as a contribution. It comes as a view. And views are taken from women, but contributions are accepted from wives. And when you contribute, it is not part of your DNA for it to be announced. It will help leadership to go on. When you give point of view, you demand an announcement. But when you contribute, and hear me, when it comes to contribution, it is unidentified. It cannot be seen. Why? It says that for the virtuous woman, it says for the virtuous wife, her husband is respected at the city gate. So you develop a woman and she becomes a wife, and we see her virtue being practiced in marriage. So whatever you are learning now as a woman, you will enter into marriage and it will transmogrify and become what the virtuous wife must do. So every contribution in the life of your husband is what makes him who he is. And when your husband is respected, your children will call you blessed. We have a problem. We have a problem. When your husband is not respected in public, don't blame him. Check your wife. I feel there's a young boy who doesn't really act the way he's supposed to act. He should give respect to me, and I'm going to address him. Watch the way I'll do it. Because I think that he's a man and he has to learn it. Good morning. What's your name?
Khalif.
Khalif. You are a man, am I right? Yes. So when your madam sent you, he sent you to come and pick something in my car, and I'm waiting for you. The way you walk doesn't show you are a man. Be active to achieve. Okay, your mother will send you because the big man is waiting in the car, and so I see you coming as if you don't care. As if. I'm not saying you don't care. You get English, but your attitude will show that, Charlie, I need to pick this thing so that, and you are a man. I want to see you one time, Charlie. I've watched you, I've observed you many times. And today I say I'll talk to you. Khalif. So let me see the change. Walk. I see you are walking and you like watching yourself in the mirror. I do observe every time you watch yourself in the mirror and you dress properly. That's for women. Be a man. Walk. Good night. my mind gets angry when with okay, I have to read it here. So sorry, I have to break that level because I've observed these guys several times, and unfortunately, I spoke to Madame about the boy, and it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate that Madame says that's how he is. We can't talk to him. So for that matter, it's difficult for Madame to address the attitude of these. So watch it here. I spoke to Madame about the character of the boy. When he's coming, you see there are windows that are very reflective. So anytime he's coming, there is windows. Once the Madame has sent him to come and pick his bag from the car, Madame doesn't carry his bag. She's a big woman, director. So they should come for director's things. Even though she's my driver, she's a director in the office. So when she gets down, they have to come and pick her things. And this guy be walking like he owns the guy. And I look at him, man, because I wait for him to move. The fact that your Madame's boss is in the car, everybody has a boss, and they've sent you to boss. Charlie, walk brisk, and he's a man too. So that's what I address. And I did it in a nice way. I say, as if there's nothing at stake. And when you're walking, you are watching the mirror, hold your belt, hold your trouser. He says, yes. Work on it as a man. So you see what I just did? This is counseling. It's not confrontational. It's counseling. So if you constantly quarrel with your spouse in the name of support, now watch it here. Hear me. Listen. Look, I give support to my wife. I didn't know how it's done by giving my wife money constantly, but I learned it in a certain nice way that I'll only pick it up, give her money straightforward in her bag. And most people who have been with me regularly, I hardly call for money. I will quietly drop it in your bag. Now, when that is done, there's an expectation on you. And that expectation is to learn to say thank you. Don't assume it's your portion. Who are you? Don't assume. Man, Jane said you deserve it. So if you are serving and you serve right, quarrels will not come. But you see, they've lied to you. They've lied to you. And in the lie they give you, they tell you that the Tremani Sinkra Eko. Enti wuni ukunu de mubekuda. It says that the Tremani simple Eko. It in tokwa de eye normal. Anya no correct. Eye ntro. It's not true. It's not true. If you learn to, as it were, support in the marriage industry as a wife and not a woman, quarrels will reduce. Because there's a way to ask for. There's a way to ask for. Most of us, we don't know how to ask for. Asking and demanding are not the same. So I send you money, I drop some cash in your bag, and you don't have you don't have respect to say thank you because you think it's your right, because you think you deserve it. Now, you don't deserve it. and it is not your right. However, it's part of the package of the marriage. I'm giving you because you are my wife, not a woman. So men are supposed to take care of wives. See the two different things. Now, a woman doesn't take care of a man. A woman serves the husband. But a man takes care of the wife. That is where the confusion is. That is where we are fighting a battle that every time we are quarreling. Please, watch. What are the simple things that brings quarrel in your life? If you remind me of school fees, should it land the two of us a quarrel? Not when you ask me. I also have a view. The fact that you're married to me doesn't mean I don't have a view. Get out of that nonsense. And the nonsense here means it doesn't make sense. Nonsense is not an insult. It doesn't make sense. Go and check the definition of nonsense. Get out of that nonsense. The sun. Oh my God, the sun. Oh my God. This is bad. Well, we've lost our TikTok because they said we have violated. You access. What's the time now? 41. What's today's date? It said we shall be restored at 9:50. If they are dealing with 9:50 in America, they won't have it now. But where it's coming from? Whatever brought the violation, OGK. Only God knows. So we'll do that. So we are off TikTok. We've been removed from TikTok. How come? So we made a mistake. You know the mistake? The mistake was that we were caught driving. We were caught driving. And
distracted driving is dangerous and carries a risk of significant injury to yourself, as well as fellow passengers, drivers, and pedestrians. That's why we don't allow people to host or interact with TikTok Live while driving. If you are a driver, please do not host a live, interact with the passengers live, such as posing and checking the screen, promote or exhibit dangerous driving behavior, such as exceeding the speed limit.
So we're sorry we're off because we didn't get a trick properly. We have a way to do it, but this time it is difficult. We've lost our content. That's very painful. That's serious, eh? Our TikTok fans, the driving has just taken us out. And
when you see someone who is always,
we have to continue the conversation quickly. So let's do that immediately. For those of you on Facebook, we have a good content on YouTube. We'll continue from where I'm just ending right now. Let's quickly roll in the just pause for a commercial break quickly, because the sun is also stopping the Facebook. So let's do this quick. Very, 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 very quick. A very quick one.
I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in your akpatashi, your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007. It's your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me, akpadashi. Your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007 is your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me, akpadashi. Your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007 is your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me, akpadashi. Your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007 is your ginger honey chips. Get one for yourself. $10, free to go. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. I hope you can hear the sound of what I'm chewing. It's nothing but these ginger honey chips. Ginger honey chips. Now in the United States of America. Everywhere you want. 862-215-2007. You can chew it like this. Or better still, put it on your cocoa, rice water, oatmeal. You can put it in me, akpadashi. Your whiskey, your brandy, anything you want to put it on it. It's so nice. So nice, nice, nice. Oh my God. Ginger honey chips, 862-215-2007. 862-215-2007 is your ginger honey chips. Get one for.
Well, it's obvious. The system, the AI will identify a seat belt and will experience a moving vehicle and will cut us off. In this educational ladder, all of a sudden we went off. I pray that we will get back all those who are learning to complete their lectures. Then I will close, because ideally today I was just going to close immediately, but unfortunately for me, we have to do this because the class was in progress when AI disconnected us, because I was in a moving vehicle. So we say, I can't say the AI say, the my say, machine the only the echo, but car no seat ne steering ne pa na dem say ne anko yi amame manye ne se ne se me ne nti ya che yen ya my 10 minutes off, but you lose the esu nyina you lose it. Usually me save me nyama no, but we ma ya mama opportunity to save ya delete the my nyina. That's a huge content. Say you when you man penifo ade ne esua ne yehwe egu enye krata bi so na yehwe di akasa na amanfo nkomo wa be din so ne yenye omo bio. Meaning said the face I met will come back. We're having 124 people and I hope be come back. Yeah, many then ejuma ne ye obi ade a wa develop and obi share atom and ye ji hun somebody and I got to say I am not really worried to kill myself and become stressed or depressed as a result of what just happened. It's my mistake, and I accept it that I have to work on it. I breached the policy. Formerly, I didn't know. I thought maybe because of the word I used, but I realized when I went back to read, it was not about the word I used. It was about driving, and they sent me a video of what I have done. But promise me to open in 10 minutes. So if we are here, we have to conclude. I'll give myself, we've done 1 hour 43 minutes. So I was supposed to close in the next 15 minutes. So I'm going to do a quick wrap up and then we'll do it together. But I'm glad you've been here. I'm glad you're supporting me. Let's share the page. Hit your screen quickly and let's do it together the way we're doing it. It's obvious that some were learning. We will not be able to address everybody's case. But if you have a case that you want me to address, one of the things I will remind you to do it together privately on 0277 609 644 0277 609 77609 644 and get in touch with me and let me help you out there. I have something to offer. I believe in myself. I can promise you that the journey between myself and you will be a very educative one, even in my office. Nobody has walked to my office and has gone and have regretted coming to see me. Because I work on the oath of secrecy and privacy, it's very difficult that I will bring people up to come and see. But there are times they come to share testimonies. I've got people who come to testify and say, "Counselor, yesterday like this was a Cindy, one of the girls, sent me money to buy data, and I was very, very, very excited. She did that. I appreciate her so much. It's not easy. Not everybody will appreciate what you do. That's true. That's true. You're right. You're right. I'm not too much friendly with air conditioning. So when I sit in an air conditioning room, well, at times my legs become so dry because there's a lack of cases. I have to do early morning like this when we are all rushing to work. How do you go and ask for a case? But let me say this on record that if you have regular case from a loved one, it expands your life. Longevity of life is in sweet kisses, not kissing an enemy, not kissing and telling, but a kiss that will revolve around love, affection, determination, wishing you a survival. You know that kind of mood. Yeah, that's a kiss that you should go for. And if you have such a case around you, please utilize it. Feel biano. O anu be a self feni gefe. Menfa menfe ahochre enko fiano na echire mu no ankodane adeso ama. Also you feel no menka. Don't kiss and tell. Enya afi ni afi wano na akoma round down. And of Femanu January, of Femanu February, Mr. Yes, I am. Get a shredder and not a bean basket. Get a shredder and not a bean basket. That has been our motivation for today. I want to continue, but I don't know where to continue because I don't know whether those who are here, they follow the conversation from the beginning. As for those of you on Facebook, I'm grateful. Facebook, it just had a small drop, but you are here. Akosia is here. Emmanuel is here. Opoku Ajimai is here. And I can see this, I think, Abbott, Reverend Abbott Champo. What is the best advice to give a wife on how to live with her mother-in-law? The best advice. So this is a question coming from Reverend Abbott Champo. Rev, the best advice can be given by the advisors. But if you ask me as a counselor, who is supposed to help this wife to make an informed decision, this is what I will say. The question again. What is the best advice to give a wife on how to live with her mother-in-law? Well, I'll come back to supportive wives and not a woman. But can we help our brother with this answer quickly? I go here. You have been in this class for long. Can we help? It's a quick help. I have the answer. Not as an advisor. I have the answer as a counselor. But the rest of you can give an advice quickly. It might fall within the context of the things you have learned in this class. Any contribution? What advice should you be? What would be the best advice for a wife on how to live with the mother-in-law? Quickly, this is the husband asking for a wife. Quickly. We don't have all the time before we come to our topic. Brother we want to connect ourselves back to those who care. My son, how are you doing? Yeah, boy. Bismarck. Hey, this is you are busy. Money, oh, money. My son is making money and I'm happy. Because the day he will marry, if he doesn't marry correct, I'll deal with him. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, this man. Very intelligent, smart young man. I like him so much. All right, let's go. What should be the advice? Look at you, you're laughing. What should be the advice for a wife on how to live with a mother-in-law? Quickly. I want 5 comments and then I'll give my submission. Let's go. Facebook, Agosia Edu. What should be the advice? Bismarck, what should be the advice for a wife on how to live better? The best advice for a wife to live with the mother-in-law. All right, so Abbott Echampo, let me ask you, when you say live with the mother-in-law, are you talking about coexistence or living in the same house? Can you please expatiate for me? I mean, you know, right? International Counselor 1, Dr. Counselor Lutot. Anapo. Yeah, go. Abbott Achampo, Reverend Abbott Achampo, if that's what I'm seeing right, please help me expand the question. Is it living in the same house? Okay, living in the same house. He has expanded it. Living in the same house. What best advice are we going to give to a wife on how to live with the mother-in-law in the same house? Is it with the husband or in the absence of the husband? Help me with that one too. Say, Berman to coin or the Nasa Barnett. I know the Berman and the cinema. Which of them are we talking about? So let me hear you quickly. Let's go. Oh wow, you are all gone. Oh my God. I might end this topic and continue another time. Tomorrow is Thursday, and it will not be easy for us to have a road show tomorrow. Today we will close very, very early. With the husband. Okay, so you got it. So the question is that what is the best advice we will give to a wife on how to live with the mother-in-law in the same house with the husband? May I ask, how is the house like? Is it one big house with one kitchen, 2 toilets, or is just a compound that they are living on? But the husband is in, was it people can build 2 bedrooms or chamber and hall on the father's property? Are we talking about where they are living in the same room? Just help us. So this is a question on Facebook, and I'm expecting that by this time, Akosia has come to write something, but she's not written. Akosia, are you busy? All right. So our main topic before my brother brought the question is that how to be a supportive wife and not a woman. And I will share with all of you what it means to be supportive as a wife. And I differentiated between a wife and a woman. It's difficult to go back. It's very difficult. I was supposed to end this show. One big house with one kitchen and a hall, but separate rooms. Wow. Wow. I like the description. So it's a big house, 4 rooms, 1 kitchen, 2 toilets. And that's where the husband and wife are living. And the wife is giving attitude to the mother-in-law. And once your wife gives attitude to your mother, it reduces your position as a husband in that house. Because every day you are supposed to settle disputes. I know, right? Does it mean your wife doesn't have patience? Is it that your wife is disrespectful? Is it that your wife doesn't know how to live with human beings? Is it that your wife is quarrelsome? Is there anybody that can be blamed in this act? So we can advise. He wants an advice, but I will give him an information based on what he's writing for me, because I have no advice for him, but I can help him make an informed decision. What the wife should know and what the husband should know. Between the husband and wife, when you are carried to your mother-in-law's house to live with your mother-in-law, between you and your husband, who is more comfortable in that house? Women, oh, where are my girls? I'm sorry I violated community. We do it every day, but today it flagged us. I don't know what happened. We didn't do well. Flagged us. I think that it didn't work well for us. So what do? Our friend has asked a question. What advice will you give to a wife who is not living in peace with the mother-in-law in the same house where they are living with their husband? And it's not a separate house. It's not like a boys' quarters. They are all living in the same 5-bedroom house with 1 kitchen and 2 toilets. Who should be blamed? Is there any blame game here? Is there anything wrong with the wife going to live with the mother-in-law in the same house? Is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong? Still live, oh, still live. What's up? 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 I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, what are my people? What are my people? My people. My people. Let's help our brother. I see fresh people coming. Oh my God. Ending on this job, eh? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just 1 point. We're close to 9 point something this morning. We don't have much time right now. We've done 2 hours. I might sacrifice a 40 minutes plus because I need to go immediately before 12 o'clock. I need to be somewhere by 11:45. Is there anything wrong when your husband is the only son or he's the only son living in Ghana? You see, there are issues, and there are times that the issues we don't solve it well. Is there anything wrong? So a friend of mine went to visit. They don't leave. They went just to visit their mother-in-law. When they got, their mother-in-law was cooking in the kitchen. And then she decided to voluntarily help the mother-in-law. Only to find out the mother-in-law says, hey, when I ban them, yeah, oh, and cook when a good sink in the moon, we will be a chimama, why? In her Brunia dress. Nature of love is that once you truly love your partner, it's natural for you to rely to his love once. Okay, so I think relate is what you want to write. Okay, it says that once you truly love your partner, it's natural to relate to his loved ones. That's your opinion, but I disagree because it's not entirely true. Yeah. You see, the funny thing is that in your service, we've not even come to servicing of in-laws and in your service, so the wife's love is questionable. That's what you mean. Okay, once it's not nice with your mother-in-law, her love is questionable. I'll come and solve that problem right now. Counselor, I have a question. You write your question down. Our brother has a question. Say, what advice will you give to a wife who is not living well in peace with the mother-in-law in the same house with the husband? What advice will you give her? You to write your question and I'll capture it and we go. I think I have to quickly solve this one before that question starts coming up because I'm not getting answers. I'm going to solve it quickly. Now watch it here. The first place, living with your mother-in-law as a wife in the same house is wrong. Hey, counselor. It's wrong. There is no way you can have any level of respect and continuation of proper life for yourself as a wife if you live in the same house, sharing one kitchen, 2 toilets with your mother-in-law. As a matter of fact, the marriage will not collapse, but the marriage will have cracks even when you go and build your own house in East Legon and move. Let it be stated on record that a wife is supposed to serve the husband, and the husband is supposed to take care of the wife. So in the marriage industry, the only person that demands your unquestionable service is your husband. The rest of the people with in-laws, you take care of them. And in your taking care, you manage them as you take care of them. But your husband is not managed. Your husband is not taken care of. He is served as a leader. Now, based on this service you are supposed to render to your husband, if the environment is not conducive, it affects your services in your line of duty. A man who marries and lives with a wife in the parents' house destroys the excitement and the happiness of the wife for the rest of her life. I have not yet met, in my few years of practice and in my few days and months and years as a family person, who sit in a lot of arbitrational issues in my big family. Both my mother's side and my father's side, they recognize who I am. I have not seen anybody who has lived with the mother-in-law as a wife and have left with good memories. So the first advice we can give to your wife who is not living peacefully with your mother-in-law is that she should learn how to live with the mother-in-law, not as a mother, but as an in-law. I repeat, the first statement that will sound like an advice, even though it is an information dissemination, is never make your mother-in-law your mother. Number two, never force yourself to make sure that your mother-in-law is comfortable. It is not your duty. It is not in your space. It is not part of your interior or exterior capacity building. So don't do it. So young man, if you live with your wife, with your mother in their family house, you are comfortable. Your wife is not. Because this is not where she's supposed to start life. So if you are watching me and you don't have where to live with the wife, and apart from your mother's house or your father's house, you have no other person, you are disqualified to be a husband. And don't allow any man to marry you if they cannot provide for you a befitting shelter. Bema to me and high dine bakumpo no ne wontrem. Na gise mo atena ne maame ne papa fie. Na one ne maame ne papa atena a dine bakumo. Atena fie bakumo kafra. Sitting room na nya wo sitting room anti TV ne yakwakora ne TV. Saa so na onya ahọhọ a wontumi ne omo ntena akwakora ne aberwa ne sitting room. Eja ahọhọ ba mo gina dua se gina bonten gina omo ka ho. Saa wale ye e de ebufuo na hye oba akoma mu saa ko sita ma wale bebu. Uko si dan kese ma ne kura saa yawo na ofa mu e wo na kuma mu de bia esan se ontumi ni na aseba enche kitchen. Tibema, the first advice I make a motivational word for her to make an informed decision. Say, "Mema umami endani na downfall." She should do everything possible in her capacity to recognize your mother as a mother-in-law. And once you recognize the mother as an in-law, your communication will never be able to go to her direct because there is an in-law, and the law is your husband. So before you address the law, before you address your mother, go through the law. So once you become common in the sight of your mother-in-law, and they want to control everything around you to make you feel comfortable in their eyes, but forever be grateful and subjective to them. When you go and live with your mother-in-law in the same house on the same compound, you leave a negative deposit in their hearts. of the husband. The husband is expecting that you should be nice to my mother, but you have a pain, so you cannot be nice with your mother. Then the other aspect is that your mother might, one way or the other, also live in a place where the rent is going to due, and that is more dangerous for you as a man. Providing double accommodation so that peace will reign. So in the time where your wife and your mother are living in the same house, there is always going to be trouble. There will be constant trouble. Constant trouble. So the first thing is that, my brother, whoever it is, network is not, sorry, whoever it is, should learn simply how to get yourself out of an entangled marriage. The next point, how to appreciate people and act in their appreciation. I hope I've answered you. If the answers are right for you, then take it. Let your wife act as a daughter-in-law. But the best thing that you do, my brother, no matter how poor you are, it's better for you to live with your wife in a single room out of your mother's house than to live under 5 bedrooms with your mother and your wife. Why you can't see me? Can I reposition the phone? Why you can't see me or something? So your wife is not evil. And your mother is not evil. None of them are evil people. But in this particular time, your wife is being suppressed to live in the wrong place. So your mother is being threatened by your wife. And your wife is also being threatened by your mother because of where they are living. The two of them cannot live under one roof, not because they are enemies, but marriage doesn't allow mother-in-law and daughter-in-law to live under the same roof. She'll become a house help for everybody. And that will be difficult for her to serve you. Even though you'll be able to take care of her, she will find it difficult to serve you in the house of your mother. She will end up competing with your mother in every area. So please, one of the good things you can do, marry poor, but in 5 years, don't be poor. If you marry poor and in 5 years you are still poor, check your wife. So I think Reverend Albert Echampo, if you want further particulars for further discussion, reach me on 0277, write it, 609 644, 0277 609 644. So the one who wants to ask a question on TikTok, you can ask your question now because I've addressed this issue already. Find a way to get your, find a way to get things working with your mom. And let your mom understand that your wife is doing well to agree to come and live with you with her. So if she's enjoying your company, she needs to compromise certain positions, certain activities, certain atmosphere, and recognize your wife not as a house help, but the wife. And when you marry a man, you marry a whole family. This is not true. It's not true. You just untrue. Well, on this note, I'd like to close because I don't know where to continue. And if I start, we won't close now. on how to be a supportive wife and not a supportive woman. Finally, I'm saying that a man needs your support through service. Don't take care of a husband. Once you become a wife, don't rush to take care of a husband. Rather, because you have the title of a wife, serve your husband. Husbands must be served. Wives must be taken care of. You might disagree. You are having a constant quarrel with your wife, constant quarrel with your husband. The reason is leadership. Let love lead was one of the statements that Tim Joshua made. But I'm sharing with you today, it's not the love that is leading. Once you're married, let your husband lead. Let your husband lead. Don't lead your husband. Even if your husband gives you the opportunity to lead, still operate in his leadership. Like church, anytime we use the pulpit of Prophet Dr. Emmanuel Ejie, we come back to say that I'm standing in the oil of my father and I want to bless you. I'm standing in the oil of my father and I want to bless you. Stand in the oil of your husband. Don't operate as if you own yourself. But if you're a woman, operate as if you own yourself. So no woman can take care of a man. The only thing they do is to support him. And if you have constant quarrel in your marriage, they're telling you the problem is nothing. But the reason why there's a constant quarrel in your marriage is because there's no leadership. Kafra.
Network, you know, network,
Ewo muho
Councillor, network, you know.
Bamete wonka.
Network, yeah, the two guy, you just
oh, sir.
I don't know, so before from so count as you.
Well, me trust when
there is problem.
In common, you be dinner later in the day. Oh, and your phone, data any phone as well. A table net. 12 terabytes. And you get to Accra as soon.
But also, Chiana Kakra, besides Jena Kakra.
Zawo, Nasa Musun, it's a president's TV. Tena, a book, Bob, and so that. Yes, that's the actual book. Near the pong, it's answer.
Oh,
they see and say, may a mistake it to a woman can. Once I will drive via TikTok form penny. And yeah, maybe few more and not the children and Nankasama Banco ye. Me chuma na muhu ya. And I near now 134. You didn't come on questions name Bassa and I'm block here. Say my validity community.
And I want it.
And the mammy who be a made to uncomedies and Crofona Bani for who's it now near. And I branch baby say, or advice a man on in mammy enka, it's almost a feedback. And I didn't come. What was the next question? How would you counsel a husband who is cheating on the wife and goes about accusing the wife of cheating? The wife should ignore her accusation and don't focus on his cheating. Cheating is a personal decision. So when your husband is cheating and is bringing you quarrel every time and blaming you that you're the one cheating, don't fight him. Fight yourself to maintain your sanity. Fight yourself to maintain your sanity. See him as the leader. Let him lead you, but work on yourself so that in his leadership quality, you'll be able to be accountable for yourself. So that's what I'll tell you. Don't confront him. And I will introduce him to me. Me mean to say, whoa, me many so, and I mean to me, go down, me ma, obema ho fro, enemy that. Na me to say one can ne. Bibi ntina me tell him, don't go and fight. Don't go and fight. Don't. I hope this one to have answered. Somebody on TikTok wanted to ask a question. So, Our topic today was, how do you support a husband without becoming how do you support a husband as a wife and not a woman? And I have taught so much today. Today I've taught so much, even myself, but I've lost all the content on TikTok. It is on Facebook and it's on YouTube. But my time is also up today. 2:16, I'm supposed to leave. You'll see me later on another line because I need to do something for somebody today. And I promised them today we're doing only 2 hours. We've done 2 hours, 16 minutes because the system was blocked based on what I did wrong. And I accept that I violated the community. And they said that they're going to bring me back in 9:50. And so that's why they give me a chance in 9:50. But the content we did is gone. My prayer is that we will understand life. But if you have any question or contribution, I'll take it quickly before I wrap up. I'm listening.
Amen. For me, I will come down and meet you on the other life.
Okay.
Since I've lost a lot. Yeah.
Today that you've lost power. Today the education was heavy. Me myself today.
It was
Charlie.
The heat was still in, but the network wasn't stable.
Oh my God.
That's
Today,
why I requested.
Today, I didn't allow anybody to talk. I decided to come and lecture. Okay. So Albert is asking another question here. Is it advisable? Is it advisable for a wife to go and sack the husband's girlfriend from the husband's house? Oh my God.
Husbands are not ready to stop cheating. No.
Cheating is a personal decision. So if the advisor that your wife will go and sack your girlfriend, but the fact that your wife sacked your girlfriend doesn't stop you from cheating. Madam, going to disgrace yourself. Hear me, wives. Going to disgrace yourself in front of a small girl that your husband might be going out with doesn't change your husband, but disgraces who you are and belittles your position as a wife. Don't act as a woman. Wives don't fight side chicks. It's women that fight other women. Don't fight side chick if you are a wife, but fight if you think you are a woman and somebody is taking your man. Because the leadership qualities of your husband and your maintaining ability as a wife definitely cannot be compared to any roof rats acting as a side chick. And don't forget that a side chick is available because you are there as a wife. So my dear, Reverend Albert Acheampong, the truth is that your wife hasn't gotten the right to go and sack your girlfriend from the husband's house. It is not within her purview. It is not part of her right as a wife. Because when she does that, she brings disgrace to the name of the husband. So it is wrong. It's not done. And this is not to justify the fact too that as a husband, is to cheat to the extent that your wife can have that right to go and do that. If you want to cheat, cheat with respect. Cheat with people who have respect for the sanity and the sanctity of the marriage industry. Cheating is part of marriage, but do it with some level of decorum. And if you're a side chick as well, respect the woman who has granted you the audience, so you become a side chick.
Yeah. With that wife, there can't be side chicks.
No way. No way.
If you decide to move, to get off the seat, then the mate will take over. And
well, and that's a funny thing, but you see, any man who wants to live long, never marry your side chick in the absence of your wife. If you want to marry your side chick whilst your wife is available in the marriage. Never lose your wife to your side chick. Change the status of your side chick and make her a rival or a second wife. Even a second wife is not a rival to the first wife. The only rival in marriage is the man's mother, because the second wife is not a rival. We are two different people. But if you think that the side chick has proven herself to be better, marry her in addition to your wife. Because if you make a mistake and marry her and sack your wife, she become the worst person ever in your life than the wife that you sack. Mind you, her position in your life is as a result of the wife you have. And your wife's behavior is not the reason for the side chick's entrance. The entrance of the side chick is as a result of you being married. If you are not married, you can't have a side chick. So side chicks are packages given to us when we are married. The only pain is that they don't understand the policies and the rules governing they being a side chick. And there are times that it eats into their herd and they want to become the wives, not knowing that if they lose their position as a side chick, it will be difficult for them to arrive as a wife.
I think women of today, most of them, they are beginning to understand the issue of side chicks, but their problem is they will accept looking at the basis of the finances of the man. They say if you are rich and you can, and like Mr. Kojo Fori, despite and whatever, then you can do it. But if you cannot, then don't try bringing in a second wife or a side chick and all that. I think they have a point.
Because it's expensive. To cheat on your spouse is expensive. Very expensive for a man. For a woman to cheat on a husband is very emotionally draining. But for a man to cheat on the wife, there's no emotional draining here. The biggest thing that is draining is finances. Because if you give your wife 80 cedis, there is a side chick expecting 120 Ghana cedis. And majority of the side chicks are very disrespectful because they have nothing to lose. Only few of them give recognition to you because there's something as a tax ahead of them. Education, rent, feeding fee, medical bills. Because of those petty conventional things they will get. That is why they are around you, but they don't respect you. As a matter of fact, there are side chicks that for you to have sexual intercourse with them, you suffer. They believe that yes, they're having a relationship with you, but it's not a guarantee for you to get sexual intercourse as and when you want it. So there are some side chicks that they don't have any signal at all wishing to become your wife. As a matter of fact, they don't care about you. They don't. They don't care about you. You might care about them.
They are only around as long as they have needs.
It's for benefits. But they will tell you, no, I can get whatever I want without you. But they are around you because of what they will get. So if you don't think smart and act fast, you let them kill you. Well, so it says, so my God, are we saying here that cheating is a good thing? Nobody says cheating is a bad thing. And nobody says cheating is a good thing. But cheating is the right reserve of the mind. Because if you are not married, you cannot cheat. And nobody can abolish cheating. Say, Reverend Abbott, nobody can abolish cheating, not even Jesus. That is why in the story where the woman was brought before Jesus, he wrote and said, he who has not committed sin before should be the first to cast the stone. And all of them are committed a sin and they left. And he said, go and sin no more. What was her sin? Her sin was being caught in the act. So go and not be caught in the act. So it's not like encouraging it. We came to meet it, and there's nothing we can do to change it. May that was say. Brought to you by Makwe Ginger Honey Chips, MSP 30 for menstrual cycle regulation, Tonga Tali capsules for men vitality, and all you want to know about life can be found on YouTube. Counselor Lutrot TV. Don't forget, Facebook, Counselor Lutrot. And truly speaking, TikTok, Counselor_Lutrot. The story for the day is coming. Share your view on it and let's do it together. God willing, tomorrow we might come and visit this topic again. Powerful lecture. God bless you. God bless you too, Echampo, for blessing me. I say thank you for coming. I'm grateful you came to join me, even in this last part of it. God bless you.
Thank you too.
God
bless you the more.
Bye.
You're waiting for the next life.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming very soon.
Okay.